What conditions justify self-defense in a homicide case? Imagine being in a situation where your life is in immediate danger. Would you know when it's okay to use deadly force? That's what we're exploring today. When someone faces a homicide charge, claiming self-defense can be a strong argument. But it's not just about saying you acted in self-defense. The law has specific rules to decide if your actions were justified. First, there must have been an imminent threat of death or serious injury. The danger had to be happening right then or about to happen. If you killed someone because you thought they might hurt you someday, that doesn't count as self-defense. The threat has to be immediate and real. Second, you need to have reasonably believed that you were in danger. This means a typical person in your situation would also think they were about to be harmed. The court looks at whether your belief was honest and whether it made sense given what you knew at the time. Third, the force you used must have been necessary and proportional. If the threat was deadly, then deadly force might be justified. But if the threat was minor, using a weapon or deadly force could be seen as excessive. For example, if someone punches you and you shoot them, that might not be proportional. Fourth, you cannot be the initial aggressor. If you started the fight, it's harder to claim self-defense. However, if you tried to back away or stop the violence and the other person kept attacking, you might still be able to use self-defense. Different states have different rules about self-defense. Some requiring you to try to retreat if you can do so safely before using deadly force. Others have laws called stand your ground, which say you don't have to retreat and can stand your ground wherever you are. Many states also recognize the castle doctrine, which allows you to use force to protect yourself in your home or car without trying to escape first. From a legal point of view, proving self-defense involves gathering evidence. Witness statements, medical reports, and expert opinions help show that the threat was real and immediate. You also need to prove you were lawfully present at the scene and did not provoke the violence. When you raise self-defense, the burden shifts. You must convince the jury that your actions were justified. The prosecution then has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that your killing was not lawful self-defense. The jury will decide if a reasonable person in your position would have believed deadly force was necessary and if your response was proportional. Self-defense can also protect others. If you see someone about to be seriously harmed, you can use reasonable force to stop it. The same rules apply. The threat must be immediate, and your response must be proportional. Using self-defense as a defense can be powerful because it changes the focus from guilt to whether your actions were justified. But it's not easy. You need solid evidence and a clear explanation of why you believed deadly force was necessary. If you meet all these conditions, you might be able to avoid a homicide conviction.